Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Dylan Tent. I'm here with Scott Kunselman at his beautiful house in White Lake, Michigan. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but your home won House of the Year. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it did. In 2013, won Home of the Year. It was awesome. I mean, I didn't go after this design to win awards, but we love the way it functions, and I'm thrilled that I was able to get that recognition.
A lot of people have a dream home, but you actually got to build yours. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that process? You worked with a pretty renowned architect, AZD Architects, came up with a more contemporary design, something that I really like. But I think some of the cool features that you did was build it with really durable materials. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, being able to start from scratch and build this home, this was actually the third chance at building something we had, so we had a little bit of practice. And from all my previous experience, I really wanted to make sure that we were sitting high and dry on a lot with great views and use materials that would sustain forever. So that's why the whole exterior of the home is in things like commercial windows, stone, and a metal roof. Because I didn't want to have a lot of maintenance, and I wanted it to look great at the same time.
So upon entering the home, you notice a couple things. You're greeted with heated floors, which is great, but you look out over this beautiful nature preserve, and then on the right-hand side, you have the bedroom wings, and you have staircases that lead to the lower level, and then you have your entertaining space, kitchens, dining rooms. Now, one thing that's unique about AZD Architects is a lot of times they don't use right angle lines. They want to have a lot of angles throughout the house that intersect in different ways, and it gives a lot of elements to that. Tell us a little bit about the design here and what you're going for.
As we talked about earlier, I love the views of nature, right? So this room, where you spend a lot of time, especially with guests, looks straight out the back into the natural environment, and at the same time, straight out the front into the natural environment. You have the beauty to have it on both sides. This room also features some of the things we talked about with windows that end in corners, both on full height ones and even the celestory versions of it. And the fact that we can bring, columns into the picture. So as you can see, this is a portion of the house that we use a lot for entertaining because of the layout and the nature of it. And the fact that it's kind of private, if you will, even though this is all part of the living area, this area is separated from the kitchen.
So the primary suite is another portion of the house that really takes advantage of the nice views. Tell us a little bit about that, some of the choices, the fireplace, and some other things.
All of the bedrooms have great exterior views and similar window spaces, but this one being a master, again, we were able to get the corner window. Of course, this is south and west facing, so we have the beautiful sun. I love having the warmth of this wall with the wood paneling. And then having the fireplace. The fireplace is actually two-way into the bathroom, so you can obviously light it or have it, you have lighting or heat, and provides a lot of warmth and character.
Tell us a little bit about what you had in mind for your lower level. I think, you have the floor-to-ceiling windows, which is wonderful. I like the flooring choices as well, but talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of design detail that went into this. I would say the number one thing was noticing that we're on a walkout level, right? So it sits right at the same level. You can walk right out several doors, keeping the theme from upstairs, windows all around, corners, also even all the way to the ceiling. In the lower level where your floor is concrete and radiant heat, the air ducts run in the ceiling, so we had to be very clever about routing them so there weren't headers in the way of getting that full view of the ceiling, floor to ceiling. One of the things that was really important for me was to have a house, again, free of future problems. And one of those problems that I think many people have dealt with is water management. And so as an engineer, I wanted a place sat on the top of a knoll, and here all of the water management happens by gravity. I don't have to rely on sump pumps or anything. Everything drains away from the house. The one thing you'll notice is we don't have any gutters. The troughs in the ground collect the water that comes off the roof, and everything flows away by gravity.
Well, Scott, I want to just say thank you for showing us your version of the American Dream.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful, thanks.
My pleasure.